What's up, everybody? I'm Jesse Cofield checking in from my pantry. I have a special guest joining me now, former first baseman for the Cardinals and Mets, two-time World Series champion, Keith Hernandez. Keith, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure to be here.
So DraftKings has partnered with the United Way. They've already pledged $500,000 to the United Way relief effort. Basically, we're trying to gain another $500,000 to commit to them. So Keith, in the spirit of rallying here, I want to talk to you about Game 6 of the 1986 World Series. Mets were down 5-3 in the 10th at Shea Stadium. You made the second out, and then you went straight to the clubhouse thinking it's all over. Tell us about the rally that happened that night, though.
Well, that was probably I would think, the greatest single game comeback in World Series history. You're two outs, nobody on base. You're down 2 runs, and you're facing elimination. So all those sequence of events, what started with Gary Carter's base hit, Kevin Mitchell came up and got a pinch hit. All those guys came through. And then, of course, the famous ball through the legs, the wild pitch prior that tied the game, and then the ball through Buckner's legs. That's World Series history right there. It gave us a second life, and we went on to win the World Series.
I mean, could you believe in that moment when you went in and you're in the clubhouse, you're in there, you grabbed your beer, you're just was it running through your mind that a rally was coming?
No, I don't think we talked to anybody on our team, the 86 Mets, when we were in that situation, to think that we would come back and score 3 runs and win the game, or even score 2 and tie. It was a low moment, one of the lowest moments in my career, let alone that season. We had won 108 games. Only 14 teams in the history of baseball have won 108 games or more. And to be a loser in the World Series, it was just it was so deflating. But we had the right guy up in Gary Carter, Mr. Positive, and he got the ball rolling.
It wasn't just that night, though. I mean, there was an epic rally that night, of course, but rally caps were something you guys used all season. So how did that start, and how did it become a part of your team culture?
It was our bench players that started it. Danny Heath, Bob Ojeda was one of our starting pitchers, and when he wasn't pitching, he was in that group. Sid Fernandez was another starter that did it. And Kevin Mitchell was one of our players that was off the bench, and and Jesse Orozco if he wasn't down in the bullpen. I think it was probably started by Danny Heath, and it was a little bit goofy, and with the cap up, and they put the baseball on top. I wish I had a baseball to put on my cap, but I don't. And they would be 3 of them, like the Three Stooges, sitting there with their ball in their cap. And believe it or not, we did rally quite a bit that year.
So that's proper form. You got to flip the brim up.
Yes. Yep.
Amazing. All right. So are you a superstitious guy? The lore of the rally cap sort of comes into play with superstition.
I am a superstitious. I think all athletes to a degree are superstitious. I mean, I always had a sock that had a little hole in it when I was with St. Louis, and it was on one of the stripes. And when every season started, I would switch the sock on each leg until I got my first hot streak. And once I got my first hot streak, where I felt I was red hot and I felt great at the plate, whatever leg that sock was on, that would stay on that leg the rest of the season.
So all athletes are a little superstitious there. Well, yes. I love it. The rally caps are amazing. Your story is inspirational, Keith. I mean, everybody thinks we need a rally right now. So thank you so much for sharing.
My pleasure. Glad to help.
Yeah, and everybody who's watching, if you want to learn more, go to DraftKings.com/DKRally.
I'm going to take a photo and send it.
Amazing. Oh,
yes.
We got you joining in the DK Rally. Yeah, just hashtag DK Rally on social media.
Pat Mayo here to let you know that I've joined the DK Rally. So share your best rally cap with the hashtag DK Rally, and DraftKings will donate $1 to the United Way's COVID-19 relief effort, with the goal of raising $1 million. Tag at least 3 of your friends too, so they can do the same. Hopefully, their ears fit in their hats better than mine do. It's time to rally.